Hello, everybody. Welcome back today. And I know it's been a while, but hopefully in the next couple of weeks I can start uploading more. But today we're just going to do a Puzzle Rush video, and I've done this a lot, but we're always going to try to get a higher score. And the goal is always 30 plus, or at least let's try to push for 35 plus even. But I hope you're excited, and let's get to it. All right, so let me go to Puzzle Rush. All right. Yeah, we're gonna do survival. I've always done that, and you saw my best up there was a 44. But let's try to push for that. So this one seems like a rook check and just winning the rook, right? Because the king is in front of that, so it should be that. I think, yeah. All right, this one should just be, I think, just takes because there's no back rank protection, and so it's actually one of the very common tactics that comes on this Puzzle Rush is a back rank checkmate. So you always want to watch out for these uh, first file and eighth file, so or first row and eighth row, and you always want to watch out for those because if your king's not safe, then funny tricks can happen here. All right, so this one again, like I said, back rank here. You see that there's nothing here protecting it, so they're just gonna sack pieces. All right, 3 in a row, back rank. Chess.com just loves their back ranks. Another one, like Drake. Anyways, okay, so this one isn't actually a back rank. Finally, this one seems like some kind of trickery here because you see that queen is here. Queen's not defended, the white queen, and we're trying to find some move for black here. Let's see. Oh, actually, this one's very simple. This one's a fork. Didn't see that, but there you go. Fork. Back rank again. We're back here. Take and note that this rook is here, so at the end you capture. Alright, this one just seems like a rook capture because you're just winning a rook. But yeah, it's simple like that. Alright, that's good. Let's see. This one also seems like a normal capture. Actually, that's not a normal capture. This one seems like this check because not only are you giving a check with the knight, but you're also giving a check with the bishop, and that's called a double check. And they're probably going to take your bishop, and then later on you just take the queen. So that looks like what it is. Okay, so they don't take it, but you still take the queen. So still winning. This one's also a back rank. It's just disguised. The idea is you give a check, and the thing is the king can't come over any of these sides, and you see these two pawns right in front of the king, so they're kind of blocking him. So he has to move here, and then you can give a check, and the rook has to capture, right, because the king has nowhere to go, and then your rook recaptures. So just like that. All right. This one I think is just a checkmate basically because the knight takes these two squares and the king can't come here because of the queen, so it should be good. Alright, so this one I think is you give the check, king moves wherever just to protect the rook, and then you take the rook, and then you take the king, and then or the king takes the rook, and then you push the pawn, and your pawn should be faster to a queen. So I believe that is right because now you saw over there the queen was in time to stop the opponent from queening. And okay, this one is again back rank. It's kind of like this the one that we did before, like 2 puzzles ago, I think. But here you give a check, you go back, and then the pawns can be tricky. So that's always a good idea to make sure that you're aware of the back rank weaknesses if you have any, or if your opponent has one, then you should try to look for the tactics. So this one looks like a check here because check, and if he recaptures the pawn, which he has to, he's forced to. You take this, and it's a checkmate because the queen's covering this. The rook's also covering that, and the queen's giving the check. So that should be correct. Okay, then there's that too. But the same idea. Okay, so this one is trying to take advantage of the idea that there's a pin on this pawn and it can't recapture. But I guess you can't escape this by giving this check. So if you give this check, you're attacking the bishop and the king. So you win the bishop back, basically. So, yep, that should be good. Alright, so this one, right off the bat, screams the check because there's nothing really that, there's nothing that white can do to prevent the checkmate. So, there, yeah, should be good. Alright, so this one, let's see. Check, right, that seems kind of like an obvious idea. Oh, yeah, back rank, right, because of the rook here. So, same idea, like you see these two pawns just preventing the king from really going anywhere. You just capture, recapture with the rook, and that's checkmate. Alright, so this one seems like a check. King moves up. You give another check. Or is it maybe simpler? Let's see. No, I think that is about right. You give another check. The bishop recaptures, but you're up a rook, so it doesn't really matter. Yep. Let's see. This one looks like it's not there. We can't move there. This one looks like a check there, and then yeah, king h2, another check, king h3. I can't really go there right away. Maybe there's something a little bit nicer, but I think that this is the first move for sure. You give the check. Oh, actually, yeah, and then you go here first. And regardless if they move forward or back, it doesn't matter. Your rook's gonna go there. It's gonna be checkmate regardless. So that's the idea. Yep. All right. This one I think is just taking the idea of this is an overworked piece here because it's preventing. Well, it's not overworked, but it's it's the only piece defending the bishop. So you can take advantage of that by just taking this knight and then getting a free bishop. This one looks like it's just a checkmate in one. Really? Yeah, checkmate in one right there. This one is going to take advantage of the idea of like this queen and rook can be pointing at this one square, and it's also going to give an attack on the queen. So, oh, wasn't that okay? So we'll review that. Maybe there was something better there. But there probably was. There probably something very more simple than the one that I came up with. So this one looks like a check. King moves up, and then another check, right? And then once it moves up again, checkmate. I think looks about right. Yeah. Alright, so this one seems like a check, and then I think it's a rook sacrifice right here. Well, not a rook sacrifice. You're going to get checkmate, but you just take the knight, and they have no other choice to move the king, so they have to recapture, and then this should be checkmate. Alright, so this one... Okay, this one's just nice. Basically, the idea is you capture this knight, and the queen doesn't recapture. Well, they're just losing the knight, but if the queen does recapture, you have this fork, and that forks the king and the queen, so you get the queen back. So it's basically just a free knight. Okay. Alright, so this one I think is taking advantage of the idea of this pawn could potentially be a passer, or a pass pawn, meaning like there's no opponent pawns opposing it. So what I think it wants you to do here is to take this bishop right here. Take the bishop, or take the knight, and then you push the pawn forward, forking these two pieces. Yeah. And then you win the knight there. Alright, so this one, let's see, why can't I just take this rook? Doesn't it seem free? And I feel like that should be the idea, but I'm just trying to see if there isn't anything like a checkmate or anything. No, I don't think so. Yeah, I think I can just take, and I mean, yeah, okay, so I was just overthinking that one. Let's see, so this one looks like a check, or maybe not a check, let's see. Because there's some nice thing here, maybe, potentially. So let's say check, right? The king has to move up. And then maybe we can, yeah, I think that is the idea. Because then you move your rook here. And the thing is, the knight's now pinned, right? Because if it moves, you win the rook. Not there, but here. So I think that should be the idea. And then, yeah, they're just going to give it up. If they didn't, you could move your bishop all the way back to this square if you remember, but yeah, that could also work. Okay, so this one seems like a kind of rook sacrifice where you just give check here, bishop, yep, okay, and then checkmate because this pawn was very deadly there. Alright, so clear lines like just opening up, so there's got to be something with that. I'm immediately just thinking knight sacrifice, honestly, just to open this up. But maybe that's not the best idea. Let's see. I'm not sure what else could be better. Because that is just a free pawn, technically. Let's see. I'm going to go with it. Yeah, okay. And then check. Queen captures here, check. Can just win the rook. So awesome there. Okay, so right off the bat, why not just take this? This is what my idea is. Take that, maybe push up again, and then push up again, just to open up, this diagonal for the bishop. Oh, I guess our queen is being attacked too, so that's I guess that's their response, but I think this should work because you just win the bishop, and then once they try doing that, I think you just come all the way back, because you need to stop this pawn from promoting to a queen. Alright, this one seems like just that, but they just go back, so I guess that couldn't be that good. Or I guess this pawn actually move does make sense. And then we have to find something nice here, I think. Push up, I think, right? Because you can't go here, can't go there. Yeah, I think push up should be right. Queen sacrifice. you're just winning after that, right? Uh, all right. Let's see this. Okay, so obviously my queen's being threatened. Um, maybe something like that. That just attacks the rook. Rook could move anywhere, probably. Oh, not anywhere, but the rook moves, and then this knight. Uh, I guess then we just move our bishop here, maybe, because we have to. They're attacking both the pieces, and there's no way for my queen to just come back on this diagonal to continue defending that bishop. So it seems like that is the move, but I'm just thinking if there's something better. Let's see. Maybe there's some kind of knight business. I'm not sure, but I doubt it because then that looks bad. Maybe queen here. Queen here. Knight takes. Queen takes. Or bishop takes. Bishop takes. And I mean they're up a piece, right? So that isn't too nice. Oh, I mean you get the knight. Or I guess you get the rook at the end. Let's see. Let me recalculate. So what I'm thinking right now is bishop to b4. Knight takes the queen. Bishop takes the queen. Bishop takes the bishop, and then you take the rook, and that's two pieces, and then three minor pieces, right? So I guess. Then again, what would be better here, right? I don't think there's anything better, so I'm gonna go with this. Okay, it wasn't that. We have to look back at that. I think that one was nice. Maybe I'm just missing something simple, but that one looked nice. 31. Okay, that's kind of lower. We shouldn't have gotten this 1200 one wrong, but it is what it is. We just have to make it work. Let's see. This one also kind of seems tough. Maybe some check, but knight captures. So that doesn't look too nice. What else could we get? Just trying to see different ideas. I mean, even if we went with this, knight takes, and let's see. Yeah, I'm not sure what a continuation would be, like, because there's no kind of like sacrifice here or whatever, and yeah, I don't see much there. Maybe the queen's trapped. Let's see. If I play something like that, that's gone. That's gone. That's gone too. That one's not there. I think the queen is trapped. All right, nice. Yeah, so I feel like how I go about solving this when I'm like completely stuck is just seeing what pieces just look trapped or weaknesses, and that queen just looked out of like it looked like it was just placed there for no reason. So I thought there was maybe something there, so I just went with that. All right, this one seems like we're trying to move this rook somewhere so we can get a fork, but where really to move it? I mean, there's a mate in one threat, so we should probably address that. But I guess if I do address it, I guess we could give this check. Give this check. Pawn takes. Knight goes there. Oh, I guess we have a check in there somewhere because they have to go to like a. Regardless of wherever score they go to, I think we get a check. But I could be wrong. But let's go with it. Check. Yeah, that's the one I was thinking. And we get this check, but yeah, I think that should be good. But yeah, no, that's good. I was thinking the queen for some reason, but literally my knight's there. Check here seems kind of like a move that you should probably play, but maybe. Let's see. I mean, check. They have to go there. I give another check. They move there. They're kind of getting away, so I don't know. I'm not sure if that's the best approach, but maybe we just go bishop here, and there's nothing really they can do, because regardless of what they do, we just have the entire thing locked down, kind of. So I guess that could work. So like that. Yeah, I mean they can continue stacking. It's not a big deal. Okay, so this one seems like check and you just win the queen. So I'm gonna go with that. Check, sure. I think you just push up because bishop at the end, right? Alright, it seems like a check, but moves away. Maybe this check first. Check goes there, but so that doesn't look too good. I can't even move this rook. I don't know what I'm thinking. Alright, check. That seems kind of nice. And if they move here, check, move down, check, go here, checkmate. Move here, maybe like there, check. And then once they get here, it's kind of checkmate almost. But they do have this b5, which kind of looks nice. Not too nice. But I guess b5 you just take, and then there's a rook check on this side too. So I guess that's kind of fine for us. So I'm gonna go with that. So push here. I think we just push up, and then I think yeah. And then check here. Yeah, that looks good. All right. Let's see. Some kind of tactic here, just like win piece or something, for sure. Because it just seems like one of those positions where that would be like a case. So there's no real checks for my queen yet. Maybe something like that, but that seems slow. So I'm probably sure that's not right. Let's see. Because the idea is like I'm trying to get my rook here somewhere, like somehow, or get my rook involved in some way. But this knight's just too good in the center, so maybe there's a way to like move it or decoy somehow, but I'm not seeing it so far. I mean, the only one I'm thinking is here, but also this one kind of seems like it could work, but I don't see the way because, I mean, bishop takes, I guess you give this check, and then you give the check, but then like king just moves over here, so I guess that's not too nice. Is it kind of no, I don't think that's just like it's too much. Maybe knight. Okay, see the thing is, if I go here, what's their move? Like they see. I feel like this is a wrong answer, just because it isn't making a threat. But then again, tactics aren't about just making a threat on the first move all the time. I mean, it is making a threat, but it's not a big threat. This is interesting. Let's see. I'm gonna go with it, but I might be wrong. Yeah, I thought it was gonna be wrong. All right, 36 is not too bad, right? So, keeping it simple and finding these pieces that just look bad is kind of the way to go. But overall, 36 isn't bad. 40 would have been nice, but 36 isn't too bad. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a video after a while. Let me know in the comments section if you want to see something different, or give me more ideas. Even if you guys want to see coding videos or something, or maybe more chess opening videos, it's up to you. Or even other subjects, I'm down for that. So just let me know in the comment section below. But overall, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you soon.